Hello ladies and gents, welcome to today's video. This dropped yesterday, but I had a few videos released and YouTube doesn't like it when you release more than one video a day in quick succession. So you basically release 3 videos a day and then YouTube starts to not notify anyone, which is a really another important reason, I guess, to follow me on Twitter, because I share videos there at Mr. H Reviews. Find it in the description box. But this is basically, I don't know how to really approach this video because it's almost like Alec Baldwin thinks we're all just idiots. He quite literally says, I didn't pull the trigger. Now this is of course referring to the Helena Hutchins tragedy where Alec Baldwin shot her. Now, I mean, just literally claiming complete ignorance here. I'm not sure if that's a good defense strategy. And this is in the first sit-down interview, which I'm surprised his lawyers, his attorney, let him do. But I'm guessing again, much like with the last one, the last information we've had revealed from, Thel Reed, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, all of this is just trying to get, when it goes to trial, to cause reasonable doubt. I think this is what all of this is. This is just hedging their bets that it's going to go to trial, because it probably will. And, they've all lawyered up, so they definitely think it's going to go to trial. And I think that they're just pushing for reasonable doubt on anything. And now this is Alec Baldwin sitting down with ABC News saying, I didn't pull the trigger. Okay then, a poltergeist just come over and splooged over it, did they? I mean, it's just nonsense. It's just total nonsense. Now, let's play devil's advocate. Before we get into the actual meat of what was said, let's play devil's advocate and just analyse this situation. Let's say the trigger wasn't pulled. Right? Let's just analyse that. Let's say the trigger wasn't pulled. And actually, the previous reports of discharges, i.e. the gun just going off, which there were some reports of, maybe they were true. Well, fundamentally, the jobs weren't done properly even then. So let's play devil's advocate and say, Alec Baldwin, you didn't pull the trigger. Okay? You are a producer. There are other producers around. There are the armourer. There's David Halls, the assistant director, head of safety. And you were told, or you were notified of these discharges, previous discharges, and you did nothing about it. And then you kept a gun on set that was dangerous. That had like a mechanical problem of some description. I don't know. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate a little bit here. It still doesn't point to you guys doing your jobs, does it? Tragic. Absolutely tragic. And as a result of that, remember, let's not beat around the bush here. As a result of people not doing their jobs properly, someone's dead. And I replied to a comment recently from someone going, I can't believe you're so biased against Hannah Gutierrez Reed. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm biased against... I'm literally just stating it's a fact. There's no biases. The previous video I did was where Hannah Gutierrez Reed admitted I didn't check the gun too much. I mean, just stating the facts from what she said herself is not a bias. If you didn't do your job properly, which you freely admit, you need to be pulled up for that. So let's take a look at this actual article. This is from Deadline. They have an update because originally it was, oh, hey, he's doing his first interview, blah, blah, blah. Alec Baldwin told George Stephanopoulos that he doesn't know how live ammunition got on the set of the movie Rust. Were you asleep all day? All night? Just, you couldn't hear anything, couldn't see anything? People were plinking. Gunshots are quite loud, mate. The reports of plinking are rife, like we know about it. It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled, Stephanopoulos says to Baldwin. But FYI, this is a staged interview. It's really important to note that. This is a staged interview. Like, you can see it. This is camera, lights. He's in a suit. It's all very much staged, it's theatrics. And I never, ever, ever, ever will watch an interview with an actor and not believe they're putting on a performance. Ever. Because they're an actor. And the likelihood of them portraying a role whilst they're going through an interview is quite high. And that's really important to keep in your mind, actually. Whenever you watch any actor doing an interview, whenever you watch Leonardo DiCaprio going and speaking to the UN about climate change, you don't care about this stuff. You couldn't care less, mate. It's just a performance. It is a performance for you. And this is no different. This is an absolute, unequivocal performance from Alec Baldwin. From any actor that does any interviews, it's always a performance. And this is going to be the lowest of lowbrow interviews ever. They're not going to go hard. They're not going to ask the real questions. It's going to be staged, pre-done questions because the attorney would have had to have approved it. You've got to remember all of this stuff. And again, it's not a bias, it's just a fact. Unfortunately, these things are staged. So he says it wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled. Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger. So you didn't pull the trigger. No, no, no. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger. Never. Right, okay. I just don't believe you. I simply don't believe you, Alec. And not only that, remember, ladies and gents, even if he didn't pull the trigger, you're working with a gun that's unsafe. There was reports of discharges. That's why the crew walked off set and was replaced with non-union workers. Remember all of this stuff. We're building a big picture here of, you know, subsequent failings across the board. And every time some of these people come out trying to defend themselves in an effort to, you know, rid themselves of blame, they just damn themselves even further. This does not help you in any way. So, in the clips released, Baldwin also says he has no idea how a real bullet got on set. Someone put a live bullet in a gun. A bullet that wasn't even supposed to be on the property. Right, okay. And this is the report, the original report of this ABC interview. So Alec Baldwin will sit down with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos for a 1-hour special tomorrow night, to talk about what happened on the set of the movie Rust. It will be Baldwin's first extensive interview about the shooting. I've done thousands of interviews at ABC News over the last 20 years. This was the most intense that I have ever experienced, Stephanopoulos said on Good Morning America on Wednesday. He described Baldwin as raw, but very candid and forthcoming. Please don't buy into this, okay? It's all performative. He said that Baldwin went through in detail what happened on the set that day and talked about meeting with the family of Helena Hutchins. Stephanopoulos said that the interview lasted for 1 hour and 20 minutes. And this is, you know, these are the things to say. This is the clips that they showed to promote it. Again, they're clipping it to promote it, ladies and gents. They are promoting it. So when I say that it's performative and not to believe any of it, it doesn't come from a complete, I don't know. It's not a heartless approach. Like that's just how it is. So, you didn't pull the trigger, Alec Baldwin. Right? Okay, fine. If you didn't pull the trigger, the end result, ladies and gents, would be the fact that you were working with a gun on set that shouldn't have been there anyway. And we knew there was discharges. We knew they were plinking. How do you not know that there's live rounds on set when people are plinking, shooting stuff? Like, come on. Just take everyone for a fool. But remember, make no mistake, this is all only singularly to cast reasonable doubt if it goes to trial. When it goes to trial. Make no mistake. So, love to hear your thoughts. Drop them down below. Sorry I couldn't do this earlier on yesterday, but again, released too many videos. YouTube just doesn't like it and will just hide content, and stuff like this needs to get out there. So soz, please do share it, hit that thumbs up. Thanks so much for appreciating the content. Oh my god, I clicked on something by accident there, but thank you so much, guys. Take care.